Today marks 19 years since September 11th. Each year as a campus community, we commemorate this day together, typically at the center of campus, though of course, this is a very different year. Still, our tradition lives on, reimagined in the same way that much of what we have done in the past has to be now. In the midst of honoring the memory of the lives lost on that fateful day and celebrating them, we remember witnessing an act of terrorism and the enormous tragedy that grew out of xenophobia, hatred, and intolerance. 4 Lehman alumni, 2 first responders, 2 civilians, were among the 2,977 people killed in New York City, Washington, D.C., and outside of Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The first responders were New York City firefighter Stephen Belson and New York City police officer John D'Alara. Mr. Belson earned a physical education degree at Lehman College in 1972. He made the cut at the fire department after working as a lifeguard for a long time. On this day, 19 years ago, he rushed toward the World Trade Center to do what he had come to love best, which was work to save lives. Mr. D'Alara earned both a bachelor's in physical education and a master's of science degree at Lehman. He was one of the first units to arrive at the smoldering World Trade Center on this day 19 years ago, as he once again put his life on the line to help others. 2 of Lehman's own went to work and never made it home. Alan J. Richmond had lived a quiet life but died in the terrifying violence of September 11th. Yvette Nicole Moreno called her family from the 92nd floor of the World Trade Center's North Tower to let them know she was on her way home, but she was killed by debris from the South Tower as she left the building. As we remember each of these individuals who embody values of the Lehman community, we can take heart that they've been memorialized in ways that extend the legacy of their shortened lives. Ms. Moreno's mother created the Yvette Nicole Moreno Scholarship in 2019. A section of the beach that is close to where Mr. Belson made his home is called Bell's Beach. We uphold their legacies by remembering their stories today at this pivotal moment in history. We can also use this solemn day to reflect on our own individual paths. We know perhaps better now than ever before that life is fragile and it's fleeting. We may not need the reminder to acknowledge the truth of that this year, but September 11th remains an important moment for reflection. Remembering these 4 lost Lehman alumni, as well as the thousands of others who perished that day, helps us reaffirm the remarkable and the resilient fabric of the Lehman community, which is knit together by shared goals and a vision of this special community of learners and seekers. On each anniversary of September 11th, it will always be a solemn day and a weight for each of us, as that day changed our city and country forever. But one of the profoundly restorative aspects of community is that we can come together, mindful of the indelible marks each of us can leave on one another, and of the ways we can respond with a renewed commitment to peace and reconciliation in our community, our borough, our city, our country, and our world. Thank you for joining me for this important commemoration today.